Everyone keeps saying OpenAI is winning the AI race, but that's a lie. They're just winning at fundraising while burning a scary amount of cash. In the first half of 2025, they made about $4.3 billion in revenue, but they had an operating loss of about $7.8 billion. Wow, that's insane. And that matters because every single answer costs real money to run. Someone has to pay for the giant servers, the electricity, the fancy chips, and the scary part is, the better it gets, the more it costs. So more pigeons joining doesn't automatically mean more profit. It can just scale the losses. And OpenAI is living that nightmare right now. Their product isn't bad, but the money math simply doesn't work. And if every new pigeon makes the bill grow faster, is getting bigger the exact thing that breaks OpenAI? So where is all the money actually going? Every time a pigeon asks ChatGPT a question, OpenAI has to run a tiny supercomputer for a moment. Even when your dad asks, why is the TV saying HDMI? Is that a virus? Congratulations, you just burned a bunch of electricity for that. That's why this doesn't scale like normal software. With a normal app, you build it once, then a million pigeons download it, and the cost per new pigeon is basically nothing. But here, every new pigeon means more questions. More questions means more compute. More compute means more money spent. Now pin that to the numbers we already saw. The operating loss was huge, and it comes from a bunch of different costs. Here are two big numbers: about $6.7 billion spent in research and development, and about $2.5 billion in cash burn. One is making the thing better, the other is about staying alive. Research and development is the cost of improving the models. That includes a lot of compute and training. Cash burn is even simpler. After the revenue came in, they still needed billions more cash to keep going, even while selling subscriptions. So the problem isn't no revenue. The problem is running the product is expensive and customers alone don't cover it. So you need outside money, partners, special deals. Hello? Anyone got a few billion lying around? Come on, bro. I can't even afford Netflix and you want a few billion? That's why burn matters. It tells you how dependent the company is on fresh funding, even with fast growth, even with a great product, even with a loud brand. And the big promise is always the same: just scale compute. Better models bring more pigeons, and more pigeons bring enough revenue to catch up. Okay, that's the bet. But now you see the problem. This isn't normal software. And I'm not here to say AI is bad. I'm just saying the success condition is strict. Two things have to happen at the same time. First, reliability has to go up. Fewer confident wrong answers. Second, the cost of checking answers has to go down. Less babysitting. Plus, it has to fit into real work without slowing pigeons down. What do other tech giants have that OpenAI doesn't? OpenAI's biggest enemy isn't bad tech, it's competitors who can afford to run AI at a loss. Google, Microsoft, Meta, they're not just trying to answer better, they also have three big advantages over OpenAI, and that makes it way harder to keep up. Advantage number one, the default button. Google can put AI right inside search. Microsoft can drop it into Office, Windows, email, Docs. So the AI is just there. No new app, no new habit. Great. AI in everything. Meanwhile, the planet is on fire. OpenAI has to win attention every single time. Like a pigeon at the counter going, order 47, please. Can someone answer? Yeah, way easier for the big tech guys. Advantage number two, pricing. They can bundle artificial intelligence like it's free toppings, and they can make money somewhere else. So they can undercut, subsidize, and force prices down. If Google cuts the price, it's a strategy. But if OpenAI does it, it's a problem. Because Google can make it back in ads and cloud. OpenAI has nothing. Welcome to Pigeon's life. Here, take half my noodles. Advantage number three, costs. Some rivals control more of the hardware and cloud, data centers, chips, so their cost to serve AI can be lower and more predictable. OpenAI relies more on external compute and special deals, which is like renting your lungs. So every breath is a negotiation. Now stack it together. Default convenience pushes usage away from them. Pricing pushes revenue down. Lower cost lets rivals stay comfortable while doing nothing. So you'd think the escape is simple. Sell to enterprise pigeons. And yeah, they can pay the big checks, but enterprise pigeons move slowly. Approvals, reviews, paperwork, 10 meetings. So OpenAI gets squeezed from both sides. Cheaper rivals on one side, slow corporate pigeons on the other. They can't raise prices, they can't slow down, they can't just scale their way out. So what happens to OpenAI when they're trapped like this? They get forced into moves, and every move has a side effect. Forced move number 1, the ratchet. Today, limits feel like a free plan problem. Tomorrow, paid pigeons get a taste too. That's the ratchet. It's the slow squeeze over time. Right now, you get a good model at your current plan. Then the limits tighten. At peak hours, it slows down. The best model quietly moves up a tier. The new features slide into enterprise, and enterprise means talk to sales. Hello, can I talk to ChatGPT? Thanks for calling. To better assist you, please say your credit card number out loud. Great, I'm screwed. So even if a pigeon already pays, the rules keep changing and you're supposed to pretend it's normal. The Plus plan stops feeling like Plus and the real power moves up another paywall. Forced move number 2, ads and sponsorships. Not the obvious banner ads, the sneaky kind. Sponsored answers, recommended tools, paid links, the Google playbook but inside a chat. Like you ask, find me the cheapest hotel in Paris. It gives you a $1,000 a night palace. Are you sure? This one is $90. Trust me, pigeon. The $90 one is fake. And that's when pigeons get that mild horror feeling like, wait, did the bot say that because it's true? Or because somebody paid? Awesome. The chatbot becomes a billboard. Forced move number 3, trust erosion. Once money touches the answers, trust starts to break. If pigeons suspect bias, ads, or sponsored truth, they double check more. They rely less. Enterprise pigeons tighten the rules. More, prove it. And it makes the product more expensive to use and harder to sell. So the monetization fix can poison the product. And when the pressure gets worse, they also start cutting costs wherever they can. Cheaper mode by default, slower replies, more limits, more use the light version. And once you see this, it's not about who has the smartest model, it's about who can pay the bill the longest, because all these moves are survival mode. So, why does any of this happen? Because the game pays for hype, not profit. If the company looks bigger, everyone celebrates. If the company is actually profitable, nobody throws a party. So pigeons chase the story, even if the math is sweating. And here's the trick. If new investors are willing to pay more for the company, that's a win right now. Even if the company isn't actually making money, profit becomes a later problem. Like a diet that starts Monday, every Monday. Some pigeons have been starting Monday since dinosaurs. So what pumps valuation in this race? Spending a ridiculous amount of money on servers, chips, and power. Not just because you need it, but because it screams, "We're the leader, fund us or get left behind." That's why you see these giant infrastructure stories. OpenAI even posted about Stargate expanding toward a $500 billion commitment. And in investor language, that's a signal. And when you spend like that, it gets framed as momentum, not as a cost. So here's the trap. You can't pay for supercomputers with a good story. Eventually somebody has to pay cash, and that's why this isn't one bad quarter. It's a mismatch. Revenue momentum and best model headlines don't automatically mean a self-funding business. The story can outrun the math for a while, right up until it can't. And when it snaps fast. So what happens next? 2 endings. Ending 1, the market changes its mind. Spending slows. Companies start getting bought and merged. A few winners survive. Ending 2, everyone keeps spending. The race gets crazier until reality shows up. Either the money dries up or trust breaks. And when that happens, it doesn't just hit OpenAI, it hits the whole AI world. Now back to the main point. The hype isn't an accident, it helps them raise more money, so they keep pushing it. Even if the math is ugly, that's why OpenAI looks unstoppable, but that's also why it's fragile. Subscribe to Support Pigeon so he can become a finance bro one day. Also, if you like this video, you'll probably like the one below. Do it for Pigeon.